We're in Atlanta. Natalie's new place. Looks really nice. We are at an Ethiopian restaurant. My first Ethiopian eating experience. This is actually bread, not a towel.
It does look like a sushi towel.
We're at Stone Mountain in Atlanta, Georgia. Not seeing any faces in the mountain.
The mountain is right in front of us. It's really strange hike.
Oh my gosh.
This is the trail up Stone Mountain, and it starts climbing up a rock. It's all granite?
Yeah, this is like the granite mountain.
How can it be such a smooth, flat surface on top?
And you'll see like people have carved their names into the face. I think this is the actual slope of the mountain, and everything else is kind of a jagged cutoff.
Wow, really unusual. There's a carving from 1879. There is Atlanta in the distance. That's, we think, is Buckhead, where Natalie lives. We're at the top of Stone Mountain at the gondola station.
There's a railing here because it can be so slick. It's very windy.
We're like right at this patch. The pumpkin light show.
This is Stone Mountain.
It's too bad the carving's all.
Who are these dudes? Probably Lee, Stonewall Jackson, and who else?
Rock face.
Well, we were just up there on the top there at the gondola.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Only
anything like
rock
this.
around
It's just
here.
like, it's almost like it's just a big rock that got dropped in the middle of the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Aliens did it.
Because there's no foothills. There's no.
It makes no sense. And then it's just such a like smooth boulder. I don't even know what's there.
We are at Emory University with Drew and Natalie, where Drew is in business school for the next 2 years. Walking through campus.
The informal is Dooley, who is like this, that's the name of his skeleton. Dooley.
So it's not there for just Halloween?
No, that's
No,
always
this
there.
is always here.
They dressed it up.
They keep changing the dress often. Is that like that?
This is the business school. Drew's business school.
On Fridays.
Is this where Kegs is?
Yeah.
This is the little business school sub-campus. What a cute place. Emory University.
Get a PhD after this.
This is where Drew goes to school. See a little classroom in there. We're getting the full tour here. Moisetta, he was a CEO of Coke. Atlanta's famous for its Coke headquarters.
Yeah, there's a sign.
Emory University, Emory Village, little place with restaurants off campus. We are at Emory Village getting some rice bowls at this cool place. We're in the heart of Atlanta in Centennial Olympic Park. Got the Ferris wheel, a little bit of skyline. We're gonna enter the park.
Centennial Park. The Olympics were here in '96.
The Olympic rings. It's the world of Coca-Cola. Big Coke bottle up there. in the Georgia Aquarium. National Center for Civil and Human Rights.
Walking through Coca-Cola Plaza, Coca-Cola World. Atlanta in the background.
To the Martin Luther King National Historic Park.
On the streetcar.
Going to the Martin Luther King National Historic Park. There's the Ebenezer Church where he preached. And there's the new Ebenezer Baptist Church.
The United States Supreme Court had issued an order.
It's really impressive about all these fountains. We're at the State Farm Arena, and this is where they have spelled out Atlanta with these beams in front. Right beside is the football stadium with the retractable ceiling. At the CNN tower. Let's go in. Let's see, we went to Atlantic Hawks. We got on a shuttle. We walked by the Coke building. We didn't go to the aquarium, but we walked by it. We went to Centennial Park, and we walked by the College Football Hall of Fame and the football stadium. And the black and the white thing in the middle is probably for the Martin Luther King thing we did. This is Natalie's pool at her apartment complex.
It's
Little
cold.
grill area. We're in the Ponce food court. Very trendy scene. We are on the belt line of Atlanta. It's a place that surrounds most of the city that's just for walking and biking and grabbing food and drinks. This road. So it goes all around the city now?
Not yet,
Not yet,
but it will.
It will.
This didn't exist when I was here.
About 1,000 places we could stop and eat or drink or whatever here. We're here, Breathless Resort in Punta Cana. There's the pool. Got a pina colada right there. Grill. We're in this house somewhere on the first floor. Beach is right over there. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. This is the happening pool with the champagne swim up bar. Woohoo! Woo! Thank you! Thank you! Good morning, Dominican Republic. This is the view from our patio. Just hanging out. Just hanging out.
Public. Digging, digging, digging.
We're waiting for Cherie and Alonzo. Wedding.
That's a long time. Well, we've known each other for a long time.
I love it.
We need a minister in a hurry.
You fools are getting in trouble. This is the other pool. We just got room service, breakfast in bed.
Last night we were over there, right on that strip of beach, next to this bigger hut, dancing our tails off. And now we're recuperating, hanging by the pool. And there's a swim up bar and one of the many restaurants with this really cool display of shells. Hanging out at the pool on Sunday.
We got everybody! Hey!
cocktail club. Fancy. Yeah, it was really, really good. The papaya, the mango, and the passion fruit. Passion fruit.
Empty.
It didn't look much better than that when we ate it. Because what you do is you eat the stuff that you normally throw out of a cantaloupe or something. That's what the passion fruit actually is, the seeds and the stuff. Walking around breathless. Beach area. We went snorkeling this morning. It's really nice. Very pretty. Punta Cana, Breathless Resort. An hour before sundown. We're at a hibachi place. Don't know what this is going to be.
Salud! Cheers!
Woohoo!
Ahí. Beautiful. Venga acá, come on here.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, come on here, please.
Oh.
Mister.
Oh!
Véngale, véngale. Pam, pararam, pam. No.
Okay, you asked me what my favorite job would be here. This would be my favorite job.
Coca-Cola Light. Wow.
Dinner time.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum.
Bum, bum.
Oh, that was a good dinner. We had a huge breakfast and then we skipped lunch and I ate so much at this place. I will never ever forget the waiter's look on his face when he saw that I ate the entire plate. Dominican Republic. to Santo Domingo. We are on time. Lordy, lordy. 3 hours of this. Then 3 hours more coming back. Just north of Punta Cana, we were transferred to this bigger, better bus. Thankfully.
This is San Pedro de Macorís.
Well, you ain't give me ball. We gotta go back to work because Bartolome Columbus, one of Christopher Columbus' brother, he was the one who built the city. That's why Santo Domingo is considered capital of DR and also capital of the Americas. Por eso, lógicamente, es que hacemos este comentario. Ya a partir de ahí, queda a la opción de cada quien.
Now entering Santo Domingo.
Big house. This monument, back about, switching the
Monument to Christopher Columbus.
a big waste of money.
We're in Santo Domingo, the first city in the Americas. This is a gate to the old city.
On this channel with
Diary of Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, look at La Santa Maria. Look at La Santa Maria, the big one. At the first street, La Santa Maria sank. And they took the woods and built the first fortress. They named La Navidad because it was in the time of the Christmas. That Padran Solar. Everybody knows San Clock. We were Taino. Repeat everybody. First time Guaraníes. Guarani were the island that he arrived at the first time, but he named San Salvador, that the lower class. You know now, belong to the 15th century, right? It's amazing. Never be bad at that time. That was so sad. Yes or no? Very sad. Right here, the European found that the Taino were farming tobacco.
That's why I'm this side of the fence.
Side, you see? They keep the plant inside. Do you know a tips I accept? No problem.
First sundial of the Americas. First monastery. Jesuit monastery. Going into the middle class section of the city. Social classes were separated. We're at a jewelry factory and store. This blue stone is the stone of Dominican Republic. We can only get it here. There's only one mine of it in the world. Looks like that. This is amber. They make a lot of jewelry out of amber. Also black coral. This is made from black coral. It's polished to be black, but when it comes out of the ocean, it looked very light brown. The blue national stone is called Larimar. This is Mama Guana, made out of tree bark. You just pour whatever alcohol you have in it. It lasts for years. And we had some in the pool that Cherie's sister bought. National Bank. Walk into the restaurant. We're at a restaurant, can't pronounce it. This is what we're eating. There's Francis. Francis is near Sean in Mexico. She lives in the Dominican Republic right now.
Really?
Yeah, I like this soup the best. It had potatoes in it. The palace. But this is the palace of the Vice King, because that's what Christopher Columbus's son was.
I think I need help.
This is the tasting room where they would taste the food before serving it to the king.
How did they do it with the big dresses?
First port of the New World, Osamis River. It was Queen Isabella's bed and Queen Isabella's mother's bed.
Small bed for my taste.
Diego Columbus and Christopher Columbus. These documents, one is Diego Columbus inviting King Ferdinand to come to Dominican Republic, and the other is King Ferdinand saying, nah. Queen Isabella, King Ferdinand. Diego Columbus was a musician. In 1511 or something like that, they had this huge hurricane that destroyed Santo Domingo, and this man rebuilt the city. We saw a fun 4D movie about Sir Francis Drake's attack on Santo Domingo in the 16th century. Cathedral. This is the new part of Santo Domingo.
Es algo bastante duro y también bastante peligroso.
Oh, look at
A
all
los
the
electricistas le
electrical
llamamos
wires.
Spider-Man. Electricians, we call them here Spider-Man, Dominican Spider-Man. Every year, in December 25th, they made a big celebration. Cada año, 25 de diciembre, había una celebración en este parque. El Palacio Presidencial fue construido entre los años de 1937 a 1944 por orden del dictador Trujillo. 1937 bis 1944 beim dem Diktator Leonidas Trujillo.
Presidential Palace.
En decemberdiensten der ganze Tag haben. That means that in Laida, some people they can have their services 24/7. De esta forma, la
We're
ciudad
at a chocolate factory. It smells like brownies in here. Pouring the beans in there, and they grind the beans for 3 days. That's what a cocoa bean looks like. What did you get at the chocolate factory?
Passion fruit ice cream bar and dark chocolate ice cream bar and 70% cocoa bar. Passing through the largest sugarcane field in the Dominican Republic. And the tour guide said it employs over 10,000 people.
We're here for the last night at the Italian restaurant after a long day in Santo Domingo. This is good spaghetti, but I absolutely do not need to have another calorie for the next 5 days. We hate to leave. Going on their way to the airport. We had a great time. Well, Francis told me that they start celebrating Christmas early, mid-October.
Goodbye, Dominican Republic. Across Long Island on our way to JFK.
After a long day of traveling to the best 4.5 vegetarian restaurant within 0.1 miles of our hotel room. This, believe it or not, is 100% vegan.
Vegan wings.
Vegan wings, vegan burrito. 24 hours ago, we were sweating in 85-degree Punta Cana.
I only have 3 layers on and I need 4.
Now we're standing in line at the Whitney Museum, and it's cold. So we're at the Whitney, and we're at Edward Hopper's New York exhibit. We're looking at New Jersey up there. This is the Whitney. That's Manhattan. The High Line at the southern entrance. It used to be an elevated railway that took meat to the meatpacking district. It was just a little small local train. Interesting architecture. Food court on the High Line. I like the architecture of these two buildings. Well, this building doesn't have many windows, but they sure do have a nice little space on their south side. That is the edge. It's a very high viewing platform. More cool architecture. Surprised by how many flowers there are in late October in New York City. This is, I think, the end of the High Line. We're right there by that edge building. This is the shed where it entered Hudson Yards. This is the vessel. Staircases you can climb. Inside the vessel. It's closed for repairs, so we can't climb it, unfortunately, but it's very cool. There's an elevator that curves in, goes up to the top. Well, after walking the High Line and going to the Whitney, we need a latte before going to see Luke tonight. We just saw Luke. We had dinner at Chipotle. Forgot to take pictures. But now we're going to see a show. Funny Girl. Going to see Funny Girl. Again, to go into going to Ellis Island. And Statue of Liberty, too. This is Battery Park at the tip of Manhattan.
We are walking through Battery Park on our way to the ferry
Bright and early.
to go to Ellis Island.
Standing in line for the ferry to Statue of Liberty. This is Castle Clinton.
We're pulling out of the harbor, Battery Park, heading on our way over to see Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Hudson River, New Jersey shore. We're not sure.
Thank you.
Got a stamp. We can go now.
We're in the Statue of Liberty Museum. So, Eiffel Tower built the skeletal framework to support the statue. Standing on the Statue of Liberty Island, looking at New Jersey. There is where we were yesterday, starting at where the High Line started at Hudson Yards and then going up to Midtown. Then this would be Manhattan, the Freedom Tower there. The bridge.
Finished our visit to the Statue of Liberty and are now heading over to Ellis Island.
Coming into Ellis Island now.
We have arrived at Ellis Island, where many of our forebears took their first steps on this continent. We're going to get a stamp, we're going to get a stamp.
First things first. A video about migration. Ellis Island is turning out to be fantastic. We're stopping for lunch. We've got a chicken sandwich, a veggie burger, and a salad over there. It's a great audio tour leading you through all of these galleries. How the island was increased in size by landfill from the dirt excavated while creating the subway system. Ellis Island tripled in size, at least, and hospitals were put here for people with contagious diseases. Here's the research center where you can get someone to help you search for relatives who came over and
This is the registry room where the immigrants coming to America, 5,000 people a day would fill this space. And people would sit here waiting in line to have their papers looked at and begin the process of pre-screening to see if they'd be allowed to enter America. We just finished our tour of Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. We're taking the ferry back. There's Ellis Island in the distance. New Jersey. The Hudson. Manhattan. And our port is straight ahead in Battery Park. We're at the show. At the show. At the show. Here we go. At the show. At the show. It's our last day in New York, and we walk out of our hotel, and they close down the street, and there's a fair going on, and they're selling all kinds of cool looking stuff.
I want some of it.
But we got no room to pack anything, so if we buy something, we also have to buy luggage to carry it in.
Coasters.
A merchant's dream.
I would never think that they would close off all of 8th Avenue. But they did Saturday morning. It's cool stuff too. This market stretched from 50th to 42nd Street all the way down 8th Avenue. Heading over to the Brooklyn Bridge. Navigating their way through the pier.
We are about to head over the Brooklyn Bridge. I guess we're actually on it now.
That's a good view.
We're in the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge. It took 16 years to build this bridge in the late 1800s. It's the scene at the end of the Brooklyn Bridge. As you head into Manhattan, City Hall is over here. Leaves are turning. Beautiful day in Manhattan.
So subway entrance.
Chamber Street Station.
Chamber Street Station. This is the David D. Dinkins Municipal Building. We're at the courthouse.
We are visiting Chinatown, and we see a group of people doing some Tai Chi. And this is Columbus Park. And we're walking to the entrance of Chinatown.
All kinds of games going on. In the heart of Chinatown. Chickens.
We're having lunch in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Sitting in a booth on the street in the middle
I don't know
of
what any of this stuff is.
Chinatown. So, what did we order?
Sweet and sour soup. Let's eat. Ooh la la. Okay, we got more food.
Our third course came. Trying to figure out what this reminds us of.
Yoda heads.
Yoda heads.
Little Yoda heads.
Yoda heads.
What's in that little thing? Oh, it's so good.
All veggies.
Veggie. And that was so excellent.
Pork bao. Some vegetable egg rolls. And we got some tea.
More tea.
More tea, please. Some yum tea.
We like this so much, we ordered another batch.
Having a second main course for dessert. How's that?
And how are you supposed to eat? Now we know how to eat it.
You're supposed to place it on the spoon and then bite into it, and there's juices in there that you suck out, and then you eat the rest of it.
It's so good. That's the Oculus Transportation Center.
The genius of Calatrava.
This is inside the Oculus. Freedom Tower up there.
We have become amazingly proficient at the New York City subway system in only 3 days. Sort of. He says, hoping he didn't just jinx them.
Yeah, let's get on the right train. All the subways have this white tile. A lot of them have designs, mosaics. Now we're riding the bus to LaGuardia, trying to take the same public transport that Luke would take if he were to fly home. LaGuardia's nice new airport. Nice and clean. Wow, LaGuardia continues to amaze. Look at this fountain.
Getting ready for takeoff.
Into our nice cruising altitude, we will be out to do a beverage service.